Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video showing you guys how to use a few of the features on Snapseed. Snapseed's an app I want you guys all to download. It's a free app, and what it is it's like photo editing software. So it's going to help you guys quickly edit your pictures of your artwork just to make them a little bit higher quality. And it's just really fast to do, so it's easier than, in my opinion, than Photoshop for, just for quickly like editing your pictures and turning them in so I can give you guys feedback on them. So you want to download Snapseed. It's free. If anyone has any issues with it, just let me know if you can't download it for some reason. So I'm going to show you what to do here. First, you're going to click on the link or the app, and you can see here that it gives you the option to tap anywhere, and it's gonna, when you do that, it's gonna bring up your photo gallery. So what you want to do is you want to find your images, and you want to pick the best image that you took out of, if you say you take 4 or 5, you want to pick the highest quality image to work from, so you don't have to do too much editing. I just want to show you guys some examples of like bad photographs. So you can see here there's some pictures that are a little bit more on the orange side. That is a warm color temperature. That means that the lighting in my room was a little bit too warm, and it turned all of the color in my picture like an orange color. So you can base that off of the color of the wall and also the color of the image. You can see pretty clearly that's a really warm picture. Down here you can see that the images are a little bit cool, so they're leaning more towards the blue side of a picture, and that is by using a cool light. You can also make the adjustments on your phone to make things a little bit warm or cool, and I'll show you that in another like little demo. Down here, this is playing with the brightness and the exposure of the picture. I overexposed one picture, so you can see that the image on the left is way too bright, and then the image on the right is way too dark, so one's overexposed and one's underexposed. So you can play with the brightness and darkness of a photo. And then something else you want to pay attention to is the perspective of the picture. You can see in this the top right picture that the perspective is really warped. When you're photographing your work, what you want to do is try and hang it from an area that you can, align your camera up with the center of the artwork. And that's going to give you like the most balanced picture, so it's not going to be too warped in terms of perspective. Alright, so I'm just going to find an image that I think will be okay to work for editing. I'm going to click on this picture here. Alright, so what you want to do is you're going to use everything from this tools bar here, and it gives you a lot of different options. I just want you guys to play around. But for the most part, the few things that you're going to be probably adjusting are the perspective, the white balance, then you're going to tune your image. And I'm going to just show you how to do these. So first, I normally work on the perspective, and the perspective will help you correct any like weird alignments that are happening in the picture. Alright, so, and it gives you a little grid, so you can kind of correct things based off of the grid that it gives you. And hopefully, I know that you're all just learning this, but you just really want to try and get things as close as possible when you're taking the picture, just, to simplify things. So let me just manipulate this a little bit more. That looks okay. You can see it's lined up with that line in the grid on the left. Alright, so I'm going to click the check mark. I'm going to go back into that real quick. If you click this X down here on the bottom left, it's not going to save your image. So it won't save that edit. You have to click the check mark to make it save anything that you change in the picture. Then I'm going to go to white balance, and you can see that this is changing the color temperature of the picture. So if you take a picture in a room with a warm light, you might want to cool down the picture to help compensate what was happening with the warm light. Let me just cool that down a little bit. Alright, and I'm going to go back to tools. I'm going to go to tune image, and this is the brightness level, so you can brighten things up a lot. You can make it a little darker if your room's too bright. I'm going to brighten it up a little bit, save that. tools again, tune image, and it gives you a bunch of different things that you can do down here. And you guys can probably just do a lot of this stuff on the general app that you have on your phone, but you can change the contrast, saturation. You can see the list here. I don't have to read it for you. So I'm also going to click on warmth. And again, I can play around with the color temperature and warmth too. I don't think I really need to do anything more to that. Tune image. And whoops. I normally, if you're working in color, I normally raise up the saturation levels because whenever you photograph your work, it often washes out the color in the picture. So it really kind of like desaturates your photo. So you really just want to try and get your picture to look as close to what it looks like in life. And then whenever you are, one more feature, you want to use the crop tool. So I normally leave a little bit of white on the edges just to give the picture some breathing room. But if you want to crop it completely to the picture frame, like the actual frame of around the picture, that is completely fine. That's up to you guys. Crop. And then last, what you want to do is export your picture. So I'm going to save this as a JPEG.